Hey, so I realized that in my guide, I didn't necessarily go into good detail about how to perform pack swaps. So, in this video, hopefully, I'll be able to educate newcomers more on how to perform the pack swap because a lot of what I said in my video was for people who have like an intermediate knowledge on how to perform tricks and just the route. It was more so about like the route because oftentimes people will know how to perform tricks but not know how to like the I'll see them with like 5k bolts and no tack, and then they'll have like 20k bolts and Dabo, and it's like, well, it doesn't matter. But I realized that I didn't cover tricks very well, um, and this was one of the major victims of that because I see a lot of people still struggling with this. So I'll split this into two sections to try to make this easier to perform. The first one, when you jump, you have, and this is kind of common knowledge for anyone who starts speedrunning the game. When you jump, you have a window to where you can press R1 right after your jump to perform a lag jump, right? You have your macaronis where you press X and then R1 and then aside on your left analog stick, right? And then you have mid airs where it's a lag flip into a long jump. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed that up. There we go. And then you just have your base long jump, right? You'll see that I kind of stutter right before I hit my long jump. This is really important to learn uh, for pack swaps because you do not want to press R1 and X at the same time. Trust me, it is a lot harder to do that than to just simply press X and then R1. Okay? Here's the second half that's a lot harder to explain. It's just a lot harder to perform. However, it's not that complicated once you understand. When you do a thruster jump, you have about a 60 to 70 frame window right before Ratchet is about to land on the ground. That doesn't really matter. What matters, there are two things. When Ratchet lands, you'll see that my right leg is cocked forward and higher up in the air than my left leg. My left leg is pretty much about to hit the ground. Um, you want to jump not when he hits the ground, when he's about to hit the ground. When right before he's about to hit the ground is when you want to like I call it like a, I guess it's like a lag jump or a lag long jump or whatever. You want to press X and then R1 while holding forward though. Um what so you want to perform the first half after the second half, right? However, the other main thing is that you do not want to pause and then you do not want to pause right before you're about to hit the ground. You want to pause as soon as you jump. And the reason is I don't have input display, but trust me, I'm holding forward still. Do you notice that I'm losing all my speed? There is I don't know how many frames it is, but there's a frame window whenever you pause where the game puts you in a neutral state. It just does. That's why neutral tech works. Okay? So do not try to pause and then right before you hit the ground swap because you're not going to be able to hit the inputs. One, you're not going to be able to react to it almost at all. Two, it is going to eat your input. Then you're just going to have a base long jump like that. You want to forward jump and then pause right after you hit your forward jump so that you have enough time to react and you give the game enough time to let you perform your lag long jump right after your thruster pack jump. And like I said, do not press X and then R1 as he hits the ground. It's when he's about to hit the ground. And you'll hit it every time. If you're once you practice it enough. It's not about timing, it's about your ability to react, and making sure that you do not pause too late. So my visual cue for this is like I said, I don't know if I said it actually because I've done this a couple times, so I'm not fully sure if I said this before. This is the only necessary pack swap in the entire run. Otherwise, you'd have to do the entire tractor beam segment, and it is going to cost you like 5 minutes. I don't know if that's true. I would imagine that it is. Um, so I jump right around here in the middle of these two semi-octagons. This is where I jump from. And I will definitely land right here in the middle. There's of this semi-octagon. There is nothing to differentiate this distance. Okay, so you want to jump right around here, and you'll perform your lag jump right as soon as you're about to hit this. Again, not as you hit the ground, right before you hit the ground. Okay, so let's try to perform it. All right. Now what you need to do is press R1 to let go of the ledge, and then immediately glide, and then immediately hyperstrike. So tap R1, hold X, and press square. And you'll get into this. So again, it was a confusing order, but I wanted to cover the or not confusing order, but I wanted to say the first half, which was the easier half, so that you could kind of understand like what was a necessity after like the easiest part, in my opinion, is a lot more essential than the harder part to perform. Um, because it's so basic. Um, so again, quick synopsis. Practice your lag jump. I actually messed it up right there. Hold on, let me kill these guys. Okay. Practice your oh my god, die. Practice your lag jump, right? Exit in R1, and once you get that down, perform that as you're about to hit the ground from a thruster pack jump. And again, make sure that you pause right as soon as you do your first thruster pack jump. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to react to it, nor even be able to hit it. And you're even able to perform a lag flip, where you get a lot of speed, and it's actually optimal in the run to do this. But if you mess it up, it loses some time because of the menuing that is required to do that. But that's all that you really need to know is being able to practice your long jumps, your lag long jumps, and then perform that when you're about to hit the ground from a thruster pack jump. So hopefully this helped a lot more than my initial any percent guide. And if not, just leave a comment saying what you're having an issue with, or at least letting me know if this was a lot more efficient than what I said in my any percent run. Do not focus on visual cues. Just practice it over and over again.